here's how you can practice the vocabulary and grammar that we learned in class on your own throughout the week. There are a bunch of different types of practice that you can do, even if you don't have a partner to practice speaking with. One of the most important things is that you go into each recording session with a specific goal in mind. This can be something like, I want to master these 5 vocabulary words. So let's say we have class on Monday, and in class we talked about MBTI or Myers-Briggs and how to describe your personality in English. The day after, you go back to your notes and you pull out a few words or expressions that you want to focus on. So let's say the words are extroverted, homebody, and social butterfly. You write those all out. You go through this process of word to sentence building. So you start off with just the word and you slowly add other words to make it a full sentence. For example, extroverted, am extroverted. I am extroverted. Then you can change the subject. He is extroverted. She is extroverted. They are extroverted. And then if you're working on the skill of adding qualifiers to soften your sentences, you can plug those in. I'm a little bit extroverted. I'm kind of extroverted. I'm a bit extroverted. Once you get comfortable with that, you switch the tense. I used to be a little bit extroverted. I was extroverted. I've always been kind of extroverted. And you run that same word through different tenses and different subjects. Now, once you feel like you can control those words and plug them into different types of sentences, you'll start the second stage of speaking practice, which is free-flowing. Let's say we had class on Monday. On Tuesday, you go through those drills, and then on Wednesday onwards, stage 2. Now, stage 2 can be a bit painful at first, but I promise it gets easier with time. This stage is called the 3-2-1 method. So you're going to answer one question 3 times. The first time, you answer it for 3 minutes. You say as much as you can possibly say until the timer hits 3 minutes. Now, I know recording yourself is super awkward, and at first you're going to be like, what am I saying? What am I thinking? I promise it gets easier. Let's see. The question is, are you more extroverted or introverted? For those 3 minutes, you open up a recording app on your phone or tablet or computer, and you press record and you begin. I'm not really sure if I'm more introverted or extroverted. Growing up, I used to be really extroverted. But I feel like the older I get, the more introverted I become, so on and so forth. Now, the first time you do this, you'll probably have a lot of ums and ahs and filler words. That's totally fine, but if you want to work on that, all you have to do is close your mouth between sentences. That's super helpful. And the other thing you can do is practice inhaling and starting your sentence on the beginning of the exhale. That'll make it a lot easier. If you freeze, if you totally blank, it's fine. Just pause, take a deep breath, remind yourself you got this, and continue at the beginning of a new exhale. Take a little break, listen to the recording, and pay attention to the parts that you were struggling with. Were you forgetting to make your verbs and nouns agree, or using a lot of filler words? Then, when you record the second time, you'll notice just because you've already done it once before, it'll start to feel more natural. So you go through, record it the second time for 2 minutes, break, review, and the third time for 1 minute. I promise by the time you get to the 1 minute one, it'll feel a lot easier. Now, if you don't have time to do all 3 stages, just recording yourself for 1 minute a day with the same question every day can really help. If you start doing this activity on a Tuesday, by the time you get to Thursday or Friday, even just doing that 1 minute a day, repeating that one question for 1 minute. Now, if you feel like you might forget or put it off, you can also open the Reminders app. I think there's one on most phones, definitely on iPhones, and Google Calendar might even have them. And just schedule in a time for this activity at some point throughout your day when you tend to be free and by yourself. So Thursdays at 3, I'm normally home alone, so I'll schedule it then. And just have the reminder be the question that you need to answer. You can even make the question the same every day of the week or randomly generate it. Let me know how it goes in the comments below, and good luck.